The ProACT Know-How, brought to you by ProACT.
Hi, this is ProACT Sam. Welcome to this blog from Living and Working Abroad, where today we're talking about business and Brexit and how business is impacted. In this specific vlog today, we're just looking at how an individual business, a sole trader, how they are impacted by Brexit. And in a separate vlog, which you can find at our Living and Working Abroad page on YouTube, you'll find out more details about how companies are affected by Brexit. So how is a personal business, a self-employed business, a sole trader, contractor, an offshore worker affected with their business and Brexit? Wherever you're working, if you're working in Cyprus, for example, or France or Spain, then wherever you're working as a sole trader, you will have a liability to tax in the country in which you're carrying out that work. So if you're an EU expat in the UK, that's where you'll be liable for the tax. If you're carrying that work out in Cyprus or Germany or Spain, you have the liability to pay tax there. Different countries have different regulations. Some are more favourable, some are less favourable. But the important point, without breaking any rules, is that the country in which you're carrying out the work is where you pay the taxes. So everyone should have a tax residence, and that will determine how much income tax you pay on the income and what rules are treated for self-employed to declare income and expenses against that income. You've also got health taxes and social insurance taxes. And again, you pay the social insurance where you carry out the work. Now, for short-term migratory work, there can be arrangements and allowances, but again, these might change over Brexit and new relationships come into play. But if you're working permanently abroad in Portugal or Spain or Cyprus or Greece or France, then the social and tax and national insurance, it will be paid in that venue. Now, some people try to work cross-border and want to be nomads. In a world where you've got exchange of information between tax officers and between financial institutions, so anybody that's paying you, if you've got a contract with a VAT registered business or the equivalent in the United States or any other country, when they pay money out, they have to report to their tax authority, but then share that information with your tax resident authority. So if you declare a tax resident in Cyprus and do work across border, whoever's paying you, it's eventually that report will get back to your tax office. So it's important that you don't try to discreetly not declare the income. It's better to have a plan in place where you can have a tax efficient arrangement to pay the minimum amount of tax and stay legal, so you don't get your home country, the UK or France or Germany, coming knocking on your door for tax, and where you fall foul and you don't fall foul of any penalties for not declaring or not paying your income. So, in summary, a contractor, cross-border worker, an expat living and working abroad has got to have a tax residence to operate their bank accounts and their business and pay tax in the country in which they're tax resident and social insurance in the country in which they're working. For more information on this, go to our website at ProACTPartnership.com. We offer free online reviews with our consultants around the world by FaceTime or WhatsApp. Contact us and we'll help you in any way that we can. That's it for this episode of Living and Working Abroad, but look out for our next one. We'll look at how is business affected by Brexit from the perspective of a company approach. We'll see you next time.
The ProACT Know-How, brought to you by ProACT.